When's the last time you went to work with your gear in your car, left work, came right out when camping? Let me know in the comments. What's going on? Sorry for the off-center shot here. My phone holder is in a weird spot for shooting video. But I am on my way to the Pinchot State Forest. I'm going to get a little camping in. It's about 5:30. I just getting out of work for my part-time job. And usually February is the month that I have a hard time getting a camp in because of the weather. Got out 3 times this February. This year, March has been the issue. We've had snow, more snow in March than we had all winter. But we get it in like the middle of the week, and then it would warm up and start raining for the weekends. And it just makes it nasty. And that's no fun to camping. So, it's a Wednesday. I'm going to go hit the forest. I'm not sure where I'm going because this time of year, the state forest will usually close the forest roads just so they don't have to try to maintain them as it dries up. But we'll see. If the roads are closed, there's other places I can park and hike in the trail, find a spot, or I don't know, we'll just be an adventure. Go find a spot to camp for the night. It's supposed to get a little bit of rain starting like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm fine with that. Doesn't matter. As long as I'm not getting to camp in the rain, I'm pretty happy. So I'm going to keep driving here. I'll probably have about an hour and a half of daylight once I get to the forest to find camp and set up. And I'll get back with you when I get to the where I'm parking and let you know what the plan is. All right, I am at Pinchot. So I'm at the intersection of Tannery Road and Phelps Road, which goes this way, and kind of in the middle of the Pinchot southern loop here. I was going to drive down this way because Forgotten Camp's down that way, but I don't know if you can see how kind of the gate's open, but that's real muddy and mucky, and I don't really want to mess with that if it gets too bad going down that hill. But there is a trail that cuts across here and takes me over that way, and I got lots of options, and 99% sure I know where I'm going. So I can get my pack on, get geared up, and hit the trail. All right, leaving the Jeep behind. I've got about an hour or so of daylight. So that's more than enough time to get to where I want to go. And you can see how mushy this is. I mean, I've got 4-wheel drive. I'm not really concerned about it, but no chance of getting to a spot that looks like mud and it's ice and it's sliding off the road. That'd be no fun. It is warm. It's probably 55 right now, so it is quite warm. So I got my quilt set that I usually bring for the winter, like cold winter, but I can layer those, so I'll be warm. It can drop more than they expected. So right now I'm on the Howley Compass course, part of the Thirsty Hill Trail and part of the Choke Creek Nature Trail, which I'm hiking right now. And I'm just gonna keep walking until I get to where I think I'm gonna set up. I don't have a chair. I didn't bring my bear canister or anything with me. I'm gonna eat my hoagie as I'm hiking, and that'll give me extra time when I get to camp to get set up. Now you can see the sun poking through the clouds back there. It's getting cloudier, but I got my tarp. All right, I'm gonna eat, keep moving. So this is where the Choke Creek Nature Trail splits off. The Howley Compass course is already completed back there. That's like a Boy Scout orienteering course. That blue sky that's over there is moving this way. Is this weather gonna miss me? I don't know. I know there's a campsite down this way, maybe a quarter mile or so, that I could go use. But I'm gonna push on. Still got plenty of daylight, and I'm only 3/4 of a mile in, so plenty of daylight. I could figure out a way to set up on the edge of this field, but I don't expect this sky to clear up for long, so it kind of defeat the purpose. Wouldn't really be able to see a lot of stars. This is one of the spots I want to do either Quincy in the winter, or if we had enough snow, I would have brought my tents to stand up here at some point and set up in the field with no bug net, no tarp, just out in the open with the full sky over me. That would have been cool. Just didn't get a chance to do it. All right, so this is normally snowmobile trail. Yeah, it looks like there's been maybe looks like a car was back here, probably forest vehicle. Just make sure everything's good up here. Maybe they're clearing down trees or something. But you would think, since it's the end of March, there'd still be a little bit of snow up here on a snowmobile trail. Nothing. The ground's not even, the ground's not even really mushy. There's a couple spots, but these are always, like, puddles usually accumulate here. It was a bizarre end to the winter. I found all the snow. That's it. That's it. All right. So I am just off of Sand Springs Road, which is right there. And oh, there's some weirdness going on here. Oh, it's just a sit pad. So I made a bench. So this is Hines Pond. And I've checked this out a few times. Come back here. I don't know if I can get, well, I could get a hammock in here, I think. The road is right there, though. What's this tree look like? That doesn't look bad. These are good. Yeah. I think this might be my spot. So I won't be using this pond as a water source. I brought all my water that I need, but it's pretty nice. So I think before spring really hits and this gets all buggy, I think now's the time to camp here if I'm going to do it, because it probably won't happen during the summer. Yeah, I'm all right with this. This road doesn't usually get too busy. I do just see a van drive down that way, but just look like a guy out for a ride. All right, I'm gonna get set up. Let's see how wet is this. Well, that's not bad. All right, so I got a seat. There's a little fire pit, a little bit of firewood, and I can. Oh, there's some firewood over there. I don't want to use all this guy's firewood, but I can scrounge up some more. Oh, there's people walking under it. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna get set up. So, got the hammock set up. I've got the Dyneema tarp with me this time, which I'm gonna probably need. That sky is clearing up, but I don't trust it. You're calling for rain. But I've got this in kind of a double, double semi-door. Got one pole, trekking pole on this side. I've got creating a peak here. I got the same thing on this side, creating a peak over here. Got the corners pulled down a little bit, not in door mode by any stretch of the imagination. But it gives me plenty of room underneath there. So if it starts raining sooner or I get up in the morning and I just want to hang out for a little bit, I got plenty of room. Awesome. All right, I got about, sun's gonna set here in about 5 minutes, like officially. It's already kind of down. That's okay. Got everything done I need to get done. There is some firewood here. I'm gonna see if I can find some more, so as not to use up what's here. I'm not gonna have much of a fire, just a little bit. There's all kinds of stuff down, so shouldn't be a problem. And I don't have a saw, so some stuff's a little bit bigger. That's pretty dry. That's too dry. Got stuff there. All right, before it gets dark, let's see what I can find. So absolutely perfect. Whoever has all this wood set up here, that's awesome. I'm gonna try not to burn any of that if I don't have to. But I just walked out to the road and I found this nice big branch, pretty decent size. I mean, I don't need to have a big fire, but right on the side of the road, a tree fell out there, and looks like they just moved it off the road. Branch is broken off, is laying there, it's nice and dry. I'm gonna use that. And then there's a lot of down stuff on the little trail that comes in here. I can use that too and try to leave his stash of wood alone, or her stash of wood alone. This person's stash of wood alone. Getting fairly dark. It is now 20 after 8. Did you hear that? Is there somebody hiding out in this tree? I don't know if that came through. It sounded like it could have just been a squirrel. Definitely sounded like something on the bark. Let's see. Go over here and get a better look at that tree. Yeah, right up. Right in there somewhere, I just heard. Could just be a squirrel. I didn't see it jump away. Interesting. Oh, maybe I'll have a porcupine as a visitor. Wouldn't be the first time. Alright, I can get this wood broken up. And then get this old fire started. And chill out for a little while. Just as I turned the camera off, some ducks flew into the pond. I saw them land. Some more over here. Oh, I'm not sure what they're not ducks. Maybe they're moorhens. I know the camera had to hear that. It sounded like at least 2 of them flew in and landed right over in here. They're probably right around the corner over by the road. And a 3rd one came and landed over here, which is the one we just heard. Spring is here. All right, I'm gonna break this wood up quietly then. I wouldn't mind having some waterfowl hanging out here. That'd be cool. these ducks back here making a racket in the water. That's coming through. It might be their mating season. That might be why. A lot of ruckus going on over there. But decent little fire. And I don't need it for heat, that's for sure. It is warm. Last time I checked the thermo drop, I turned it on about halfway here, and it was right on 55 degrees. And it's like 20 to 8 right now. I don't know how long I'm going to stay up. Got some wood broken up over here. But I may just burn what I have there. Maybe a little bit more of this big piece. You can't really see that. And like a little bit more of that big piece. And get in the hammock and just relax. It's peaceful. I've already heard owls off in the distance. That's pretty cool. I got these. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what these things are out here. If they're moorhens or if they're some kind of. I don't think they're whistling ducks. I guess they could be. I don't know if we have them around here. Oh my God! None of that recorded. None of that recorded. Crap. So I'm sitting here by the fire. It's really warm. I'm talking about how it's technically the first camp of spring. It's my birthday camp. My birthday was on Sunday and I couldn't get out. And as I'm talking, one of these ducks flies in from like behind the camera from me now, flies all the way across, comes over, lands in the water, and sits behind me for about 10 seconds and just yells at me. And none of it recorded. I just looked and realized it wasn't recording. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm sure I'll get them again. But I'm gonna try to figure out what they are. Yeah, definitely don't need a heat for fire. Flying around there now. I don't know if that's coming through in the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what they are. And then burn this fire for a little bit longer. Oh, I hope he starts yelling again. Hello? Hello? Who's over there? I hear you. There's a porcupine over here. 99% sure that was a porcupine. It could have been a raccoon, but usually they'll start yelling at you. You can tell it's springtime. Wait, raccoons up in this tree, do I? I didn't see any porcupine poop down here or anything. Yeah, that got my attention. All right. So, back to what I was going to do. All right. Back over here. And come to the edge of the water here. And while I've got... So that little speck of light right there is reflected off the pond of that. That is Venus. That little light right there, those two, I can't even see those with the naked eye yet. Alright, apparently this phone will do like a night mode video. It only allows me to zoom in so much, but it's doing a pretty good job picking up the stars in video. Let's see what this is. Psst, psst, psst. You porcupine. That sounds like a porcupine. See, like to climb up the trees. Alright, so let's try that again. Yeah, it's a little after 8:30 now, and I got neighbors. It's pretty sure it's a porcupine or a raccoon. It's one of the two. But like I was saying, last time I was camping was on the Appalachian Trail, and it was cold. There was nothing moving, no animals moving. And now, just in the past like week or so, a lot of the spring birds are back already. Robins are back. All the wrens and finches and stuff like that are all back. And things are active now. It's pretty cool. I'm still trying to download that Merlin app. I got the app on there, but I got to download a like a audio pack, which it's doing right now, and just barely enough signal to do it. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out what kind of water birds those are, because they sound pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna try to get some sleep. Let's get woken up with the porcupine. Let's see, went back up this tree. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Unless porcupine comes back, and I'll try to record. Well, good morning. It's 7:30. Just waking up. It's actually up at like 5, but it was raining. Never rained real hard since it's real late. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna wait it out. Stop raining. Gorgeous night. The porcupine was in and out of that tree about 5 times. I could hear him up there chewing on the bark. And I'm not sure. So I was able to download that Merlin, the audio pack, so I could recognize those ducks. And it turns out they're wood ducks. I didn't know we had them around here. I hear them a lot when I'm kayaking. Funny thing is, in Florida, when I used to kayak down there, I would see them a lot, but I wouldn't hear them. And they would just kind of sit there and let you kayak past them. Up here, they're really skittish and they take off. So apparently they're wood ducks. So that's pretty cool. But wood ducks will hang out in trees. Like mallards that generally tend to stay either in the water or on the ground. And a couple times, it could have been owls or could have been these wood ducks, but something was landing in these trees that are on the edge of the little pond here, Hines Pond, and hitting them so hard or knocking the bark off them. It's crashing down to the ground. It was pretty funny. But yeah, gorgeous night. Never got too cold. I've been nice and warm. And I'm gonna get up, pack down, and take the 1.5 or so hike back to the car. Definitely has a spring feel. The birds, woodpeckers, and I generally really enjoy the winter and love camping out in the winter. But this winter was we didn't have much snow. It was a lot of ice, or it was just cold and raining, and that made it miserable. So I was ready for spring. So this is a nice waking up, listening to the birds and a little bit of rain. Yeah, okay. I've got for breakfast blueberry Pop-Tarts and Dunkin' Donuts mocha iced coffee. These kind of trips, I love them just for that. Who cares? Nothing fancy, no stove. Pop-Tart and some iced coffee. Good times. Alright, that's gonna be pretty grainy, I know. There's my porcupine buddy. Right there, this right here in the tree. He's just chilling out up there. It's all the way up in that tree. And he's right by the road too. I don't think that's where he was before. Sounded like he was in this tree last night. Or maybe there's more than one. I don't see any up in this tree. Yeah. That's awesome. Kind of a nice morning. One last look at camp before I break down. Really nice campsite. It is right next to the road, but I think I heard 2 cars go by after the fire went out. I think I heard 2 cars. Heard more porcupines than cars. It burned down all that wood. I still had the main chunk of this down branch, so I put that over here with all the wood that was already piled up, and I'll leave it nice and neat. Whoever's been coming out here is keeping this campsite nice and neat, which is good to see. Left them with more wood than I found when I was here. But alright. And I did have a little snow, a little tiny bit of snow in camp. My last snow hike, last snow camp. There it is. Alright. Pack down, eat my breakfast, and get back to the car before it rains. There is, I checked the radar, there's a little bit of rain still floating around. There's a little bit bigger cell. It looks like I'll be here in an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. So as long as I'm packed down and moving and close to the car, I'll be all right. I don't know if that's coming through, but I just was putting the rain cover on the pack after getting anything packed up, and it started raining. So perfect timing for that. If I get a little wet, I don't care. I'm just going home. So everything's broken down. Gotta do my last check here, make sure I didn't leave anything behind. All right, out of camp I go. Everything's broken down. Very nice camp. Wouldn't want to use that in the summer. It's probably pretty buggy, and a lot of road traffic at night on there. All right, porcupine. See you later, buddy. See ya. He's probably like, oh crap, it's raining. And then just like that, on the road. I saw maybe 2 cars go through last night, maybe 3. Where are the baby ducks over here? Let's see. Nope. I know it opens up back there too, a little bit when it's real wet. There's a decent amount of water in here. All right, so I've got my mocha iced coffee. I got my Pop-Tart in my pocket. The rain is just, I stepped out from underneath the trees. The rain is letting up. Starting to hear some insects too. But they're kind of a little bit cold. So check the thermo drop as I was packing everything up. It got down to 37 last night, so that's not bad. I figured to get into like into the 30s. They're calling for the 40s, but out in the Forest Service it gets a little colder. That's not bad at all. All right, I'm gonna eat my breakfast before I climb this hill. Back up to this field. I just kind of walked the perimeter a little bit. There's really nowhere that you could set up a hammock, not without doing a lot of clearing, which I don't like to have to do. And the Forest Service would appreciate that you don't do that. So I use pre-existing campsites. You can definitely tent camp in here, but I walked this trail, this Thirsty Hill Trail, right around sunset a few times, and there's usually deer in here, so you definitely would see some deer, or most likely would see some deer. And I was camped right down over this ridge. Hines Pond is right over there. And the coyotes were up here a lot last night. So expect to have some neighbors if you're camped in that field. And you're right back to where the Choke Creek Nature Trail and Thirsty Hill Trail split.
This is I think this is the top of Thirsty Hill. Yeah, because we start going back down after this. Even though this is a pretty wide open multi-use trail, it is gorgeous. You go through a couple different forest types. Down here we're heading into pines, heading back down off of Thirsty Hill. And I think because I use this trail a lot as a connector trail, or just sometimes when I'm out here camping, I just do like a sunset loop hike around some of these trails. There's a couple spots on both the Quehanna Trail and the Ice Age Trail that are very much like this, big multi-use trails. I think that's why those trails felt so comfortable for me, because it's kind of like being back in Pinchot. Yeah, until I got growled at by a wolf in Wisconsin, and that didn't feel so much like here. There is a very light rain that comes through in bands every few minutes. A couple little drops right now, but I don't have too much further to go. I'm like dodging the raindrops. Alrighty. Well, that was, looks like it is perfect timing. That sky is getting gray, and it's heading right for me. Back out to Tannery Road, and the Jeep is just 100 or so feet away from here. Oh, I think I need a new battery for my key fob. Yeah. Either that or someone stole the Jeep. So Tannery Road. This is Thirsty Hill. Oh, that still says Tannery Road. Thirsty Hill Trail. It's also, you can see the yellow blaze right there. Get the keys out of my hand. You see the yellow blaze around that tree. That is the Choke Creek Nature Trail, which goes down this way. And at least the first, few hundred yards of it is also the Howley Compass Course. This is an old sign. The DER, Department of Environmental Resources. It hasn't been called that in a long time. So 3 trails in one to start it off. The Choke Creek Nature Trail goes up the hill. I think it's like 2 miles, mile and a half to 2 miles, up to where it cuts back into the woods. And then that's where, when you go back down that way, it's where it turns into the Pinchot Trail too. Oh, there's the Jeep, still there. The road is still muddy and mucky. Awesome night. Awesome night. That was something. I don't know. I just like having new campsites, and I've known about that campsite for close to 10 years. It's the first time I've used it. It was great. All the wildlife that was out last night. There's some stars. It clouded up pretty quickly after I got in the hammock. But all right, get home, edit this real quick, and get it up for tonight, and take a shower. I left right from work. It stinks. Okay. So yeah, in April, I know I talked about this in a couple of videos ago, but in April, I'm going to be going to the Maha spring event that they have down at Caledonia State Park in Pennsylvania. My first hammock hang, so it's going to be cool to get down there and meet some new people from the hammock community and just have a good time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. So if you're going down there, I'll see you there. And if not, I'll see you in the next.
Mm-hmm.